Hi guys, welcome back. Before we start today's topic, um, I just want to tell you my thoughts on Human Torch. I think the way he works is that, as we've seen from his abilities in the movies, the higher his temperature, I think, uh, you know, the more incinerate damage he will do to the opponent. So basically, the higher his temperature, hotter he, ge- the hotter he gets. He will get be stronger and he will deal more incinerate damage to the opponent. Okay. Anyways, let's start today's topic. Um, so today I'll be sharing with you the nodes for variant difficulty of the Ant-Man theme quest coming this Wednesday in the game. So and some ways on how you can counter them. So subscribe if you're new, and let's start. So so the first node we have is defense tactics. Defense tactics. Bulwark 3. Metal defenders are immune to armor break debuffs. So um metal defender. Metal defenders are immune to armor break debuffs. So you cannot use Medusa. So I think the defenders would be like Ultron, Iron Man, who has an armor? Red Skull, War Machine. Okay. Whenever a metal defender loses more than a certain percent of their max health from a single strike, they gain an indestructible buff for 2 seconds. This ability goes on cooldown when indestructible buff expires for a certain seconds. So you cannot armor break those metal defenders. Um, what I think we can do is incinerate them, because basically you cannot break their armor. I mean, if it is like Ultron, basically you can still incinerate him using Mephisto. You can still use Iceman's Cold Snap. I think Iceman will be a great counter for Ultron, but then again, you cannot use Medusa. Iceman will be a great counter against Ultron. Hyperion also a great counter. Incinerate there. Who else would be a good counter? Um, Maybe even if you have Human Torch, Incinerate also. Um, that's it. So the next node we have Defense Tactics, Crush 3. X-Men and Mercenary defenders gain a plus at a plus attack during special attacks, and their special attacks ignore a percentage of attackers' block proficiency. So they're gonna have increased attack. So I think this is like a Fury. Um, I think here you can just counter this node by bringing in somebody who's like crit immune, like Mr. Sinister. Because if you bring Mr. Sinister, if he gets hit, if he gets hit, he's just gonna regen that. Killmonger is also immune to critical hits. because his yeah, because of his has high defense stat. Luke Cage would be good. He would start with an indestructible buff, so you cannot get hit. Ghost is also good. Start with their phasing, so basically you cannot get hit. Okay, so those are the champions that are best here. Again, this is just my opinion, just as a standard disclaimer. And defense tactics, dodge 3. So S size, what's that? Small. So the S size. So I think the champions with the small tag defenders have a certain percent chance to evade incoming attacks. Whenever a small size defender evades an attack, whenever a small size defender evades an attack, they gain a bar of power. That's bad. So basically, going up against small size defenders, um, evading champions. I think Iceman will be a good control. Killmonger is also a good counter for evade. Like what I said, Iceman. Korg is also a good counter for evading champions. Venom is a good counter for all the Spider-Verse heroes. Basically, when you use Venom, those Spider-Verse heroes cannot evade. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Defense tactics, Siphon 3. Villain defenders recover a certain amount of their max health with each landed strike. Recover max health with each block strike. So recover max health. So basically bring a heal block champion, Vision, Yandu. I think Modok also has a heal block. Maybe Blade is also an option because it's a villain character. Yeah, that's about it. Red Skull also has a heal block on his heavy attack. Also useful. I mean, Civil Warrior also has a heal block. Runaway Express. Attackers that are extra large will throw unblockable attack every hits on combo meter. So you have to use your XL size champions like Sentinel, Hulk, Red Hulk, Kingpin, Juggernaut. So if you use them, you have an unblockable. So when you use them, you'll be unblockable for every hits on the combo meter, which is good. Cultivating Mass. Attackers buff duration is increased by a certain percent for when you use XL champions. Then okay, so as I said earlier, use Hulk, Sentinel, Venom buff bleed. His bleed of course will increase his duration. So more bleeds means you can kill the opponent quicker. Smash. When attacker is using Hulk, Red Hulk, or Hulk Ragnarok, gain Fury and Unstoppable buffs after using any special attack. The duration and potency of these buffs are increased by the level of special attack used. So basically, when you're using Hulk, Red Hulk, and Hulk Ragnarok, you gain a Fury, so you'll increase your attack and you'll be unstoppable for when you use any special attack. So you'll go like Juggernaut and Unstoppable Colossus mode. Supernova. When the attacker activates a buff or debuff while fighting as Venom, Venompool, and Venom the Duck or Thing, it triggers twice. So it means that Venom will have more bleeds. This is what I'm saying. If you bring a unique champion, you will gain your own buff. You will have advantage over the fights. So Venom will have bleed. Venompool, I don't know, his heal block. Venom the Duck, more degen, the Thing, I don't know, his rack stacks maybe. Yeah. Overgrowth. Attacker gains a certain amount of regeneration buff potency when fighting as Groot or King Groot. Okay. And triggering a regeneration effect will place a poison debuff or comparable strength and double duration on the defender. So if you bring Groot or King Groot, you will have more regen, and you will place a and you can poison the opponent, probably like Abomination. Dimensional Dominion. When the attacker is fighting as Thanos or Dormammu and successfully land a heavy attack, they will temporarily gain unstoppable and indestructible buffs, and their attacks will inflict power burn. This ability has a 2-second cooldown. So basically, if you have Thanos or Dormammu and you land a heavy attack, you'll be unstoppable and you will be indestructible. Okay, and you can also inflict a power burn. So basically, like you'll be like Vision and Juggernaut and Luke Cage. Heavy Machinery. When the attacker is fighting as Hulkbuster, oh, bring out your Hulkbusters. Hulkbuster, MODOK, or Sentinel. And an armor up or force field buff is active. Basic attacks deal a certain % additional damage and have a certain chance to leave stacking shock debuff on the defender. So if you use a Hulkbuster, you will gain a shock debuff on the opponent, so you'll be like Nebula. That's how Black ISO Mafia works. When the attacker is fighting as Kingpin or Joe Fizit, oh, Joe Fizit will now be good. When the fight starts, the attacker gains a permanent buff at random, and the defender receives a permanent debuff at random. Okay. So Kingpin has that Black ISO thing. So you gain a buff. Maybe it's gonna be his Fury. And then the debuff that is going to be done is the Black ISO. Not so familiar with Joe Fizit, but I know he has two forms or ability triggers. Bully. When the attacker is fighting as Rhino or Juggernaut or Abomination, every strike has a certain chance to remove one buff on the defender and deal an additional % of their total health in damage. So if you use Rhino or Juggernaut or Abomination, you will remove a buff when you attack. So maybe you can remove a bleed debuff, okay? And you will deal damage based on your health. That's nice. And Particle Protector. This defender has a chance to glance attacks. So pretty much should be like Ant-Man. Glancing hits cannot be critical and deal 50% reduced damage and suffer certain offensive ability accuracy. So basically, you'll be like you'll be like Ant-Man and similar ability to Captain America Infinity War. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like, comment, and take care. God bless. Stay tuned for more exciting videos. Alright.